Who knew that in the 19th century, Biloxi, Mississippi would be given its name, the seafood capital of the world? Can you believe that something as small as seafood helped put Biloxi on the map? The credentials for giving this speech are my research, years of listening to my grandfather tell stories about the canning company, and my family owning canning companies in Biloxi. The purpose of the speech is to tell you how the canning companies helped double the population in Biloxi, who the immigrants were, the first workers, and the men responsible for bringing canning seafood to Biloxi, Mississippi. The opening of the canning companies doubled the population for Biloxi. According to Lee Wong, author of Mississippi Now, in the 1880s, the population of Biloxi was 1,500 people. In the 1890s, it jumped to 3,000. This is contributed to the immigrants coming in to work in the seafood canning companies. The demand for workers increased. This is where the Bohemian immigrants came into play. The men responsible for bringing the immigrants in and opening the canning companies are Mr. Lars Lopez, William Gordonflow, F.W. Elmer, and Captain Maycock. According to Ernest Desporty, in the 65 years of Mississippi seafood history, the Daily Herald, the first shippers of raw seafood were Mr. Gordonflow, Mr. Lopez, Mr. Elmer, and Captain Maycock. Dry ice and the railroad also helped these businesses become established and make a name for themselves. The dry ice helped to be able to ship the seafood longer, and the railroad to take it to further places. According to Deanna Newer, author of The Seafood Industry in Biloxi, its earliest history, the Daily Herald, reported the arrival of the first Bohemian immigrants. Mr. Gordonflow is said to be responsible for bringing these immigrants to Biloxi when he went on a trip to learn the canning secrets in Baltimore. The conclusion is Biloxi became the seafood capital of the world because of the forefathers. The purpose was to explain how the canning of seafood doubled the population, how the Bohemian immigrants helped to double that population, and the men who made it possible. Today I have explained how canning of seafood made Biloxi the seafood canning place of the world.